Internet! My name is Abby and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program on Wings. We are back at Duna's polar region because just after sunrise and just before sunset, the ice of Duna turns into pink. And right now we are just before sunset and wow, look at this. Look at the stunning view across the pink ice of Duna. This is amazing. This is so beautiful. This is such a spectacular moment. And so I really have to share this moment with you and use this as the introduction into this episode of Kerbal Space Program on Wings. Wow, I'm so amazed by this view. This is really special. This is so amazing. And yeah, I'm totally in awe. This is wow, this is unbelievable. And okay, now it's finally time to get back to business. I like to switch over to the crew of the Duna landing mission. They returned with their Duna rover to the landing site of their Duna lander, and now it's time to prepare their departure from the surface of this red planet. And so, at first, I like to open the cargo base and I like to extend the ladder. Have I retrieved all the results from the experiments I've conducted during this expedition? Yeah, indeed, I have retrieved all the results. So in this case, I can now go on an EVA, I can turn on the lights, and I can take all the data we have gathered during this expedition across the surface of Duna, and now I can carry this data over to the Duna lander and store it inside the capsule so that we can bring this data home to Kerbin so that our scientists can analyze the data we have gathered during this expedition. And yeah, so I can run over and oh wow, look at this amazing view. We can see the sun, we can see Ike. Wow, this is great. This is so great. I think I have to get on board of my Duna lander and I have to look out of the window. I think this is really a great view out of the cockpit of the Duna lander. So I can board. I've stored all the data, and now we do have 29 stored data inside this capsule. Wow, this is quite a lot of data. This is really amazing. And yeah, wow, look at this. The sun is touching Ike. This is such a stunning view. This is so amazing. Wow, this is the episode of the stunning views. This is, wow, unbelievable. This is so many times I'm so amazed by the amazing views of Kerbal Space Program. This is so great. This is really great. And yeah, okay. Now, I've stored the data and now it's Optop's turn to, on the one hand, close the cargo base, and on the other hand, to move the rover away because I don't want to damage this rover during the liftoff with the exhaust of the rocket engines. And so I will now drive this rover a little bit to the side so that it's not in danger of getting damaged by the engines of my Duna lander. So I will drive it over here, and okay, I can come to a stop. Very good. So Optop will now make sure that all the systems are shut down and that all the systems are set for the mode without Kerbonauts on board, so that, well, the MK2 drone core can take over control of the Duna rover so that we can use this Duna rover to drive it across the surface of Duna and maybe visit different locations, or even drive it to a landing site of another landing mission so that these Kerbonauts can then take advantage of the Duna rover in order to explore the surface of Duna. Yeah, this is now Optop's task, and well, in the next day, so after sunrise here on Duna, both Kerbonauts will finally leave the surface of Duna and return back into space. And well, then they will rendezvous with their interplanetary travel stage, and they will then fly out to Ike in order to land on Ike and to take a few surface samples on the surface of Ike. So yeah, this is the plan for the next day on Duna, and we are now returning back to the Space Center because I have a special idea for today down here. So, yeah, unfortunately it's nighttime, so I think I will now use a little bit the time warp function in order to see the moonrise and see the stars passing by. And there is the sun, and we do have sunrise. Wow. Once again, a beautiful moment down here on Kerbin. And okay, now we do have... No. I like to access the mission control because at first I like to disable the flags, and then I like to fly the Ore Finder 300. This is the tiny little satellite we have launched in the last episode, and unfortunately it's on the nighttime side, so we can enjoy the beautiful view over to the moon and perform a quick time warp to get closer to the sunrise. Now we can hopefully enjoy orbital sunrise pretty soon. And yeah, there's the disk of the sun. And orbital sunrise. Wow, this is so special. This is so amazing. And yeah, I have now switched to this satellite because I like to use the narrowband scanner to scan Kerbal Space Center to see how well to analyze the distribution of the ore down there. And okay, we are now approaching Kerbal Space Center. This is good. So I can now, well, maybe just a little bit more. Okay, now I can come to a stop. I like to rotate the satellite around. And okay, toggle the UI and refresh. Okay, I think this region over here, Kerbal Mountains, is this mountain region. And then we do have Kerbal Highlands has a abundance of 4.5% of ore. That's cool. Kerban's Desert 1.8%. Okay, I think I'm getting now closer. I think I have to refresh. Okay, we are still seeing the mountain region. It's relatively scarce on ore. Okay, I am getting closer to Kerbal Space Center, so I can refresh. Okay, getting closer. We are not able to see it right now. I think this over here is this bay over there. So this is cool. Okay, refresh. Can I maybe even see these islands? This would be cool. Or not. Refresh. Yeah, I can see even the islands. This is cool. This is amazing. So we have to wait a bit. We can see the latitude and the longitude. This is cool. Okay, I hope this is... Yeah, I think this is the biggest island. This is the island with the runway on it. And okay, I think Kerbal Space Center is maybe here. Kerban's shores, only an abundance of 0.652, so this is a little bit scarce, but if we can make it over to Kerban's grasslands, then we can have an abundance of 4.5. That's cool. And what about this island? Okay, the shores have only 0.652, but there... Kerban's water, tundra, there's tundra, that's interesting. Okay, so that's cool. That's really cool. Thank you so much for the scan satellite. You were really helpful. So now we can return back to the Space Center after we have done the scan of the surface. And now I like to get into the spaceplane hangar, but we are not going to fly today. Instead, I have prepared the Ore Examinator. And well, look at this interesting piece of technology. I have built this in order to to play around and to learn a little bit more about all these new instruments. And so I will now go on a drive, but not with Jebediah. Jetmai will be the pilot, and unfortunately we do have only Korlong in our as an available crew member. So Korlong is an engineer. Engineers are very important to operate the drill. And okay, here we go. Okay, there the Ore Examinator, I can go to docking and we can start our ride. And yeah, at first, it's hard to control, it's hard to steer. Come on, turn around. I like to drive toward the grassland. Okay, it's really hard to control this thing. Come on, turn around, turn around. And well, I like the shape of this amazing piece of technology. Especially I like the way how I have designed the cockpit of this rover. This is really cool to have these two inline cockpits next to each other. I think this is a really cool view. And when we switch inside, yeah, this is really amazing. This is a cool view. I like this a lot. This is great. And yeah, what have I installed? I have on the one hand the small holding tank. Well, it can only contain 300 ore, but this is enough to just play around. Then of course I do have the drill-o-matic, the mining excavator, and I do have the ISRU converter. And well, it can convert the ore into liquid fuel and oxidizer, or monopropellant, or liquid fuel, or just oxidizer. So I will just play around with these things, and I'm using the service bay. And in there I've installed some batteries. And wait, what? Biome Kerbal Tundra? That's interesting. We are... okay. Apparently this is tundra. This is interesting. So over here we do have 2.59% on average of ore. That's cool. That's really cool. Okay, we are in the biome tundra. Very interesting. So let us run the analysis. Okay, surface scanning module has resource analysis performed for Kerbal Tundra, and we have 2.59% of ore down here. That's interesting. That's really interesting. So I can now extend the solar panels in order to try out the functionality of the drill, because well, this thing needs a lot of electric charge, and now I can deploy the drill. This is really a cool animation to see how the drill gets deployed. And okay, now I can start service harvester. Okay, here we go. Ore rate 0.006471 per second. Okay, now that's really slow. And well, unfortunately we do have only core long. If I would had if there would have been an engineer who is well experienced, then I think the ore rate would be a little bit higher. But okay, this is good enough to give it a first try. And yeah, so we are harvesting some ore. That's cool. That's really cool. So as I said, I'm using the service bay just to play around with it. And okay, we do have some batteries in here, so I can close it. And well, as you can see, I have these huge solar arrays deployed, and still just the drill is running, and we are discharging our batteries. So the drill needs more energy than these two gigantic solar arrays can produce. And so I think when I will start a space mission to drill for some ore, I have to install a lot of these gigantic XL solar arrays to charge the batteries of this mission. But yeah, I think that's really cool. We learn a lot about this. And well, I'm also thinking about we do have this Class D satellite in a polar orbit around Kerbal, and it has a lot of ore. And so I think at some point I'd like to send a drilling mission up there to harvest some ore from this asteroid. And well, so this is just a preparation. I just like to see how all the equipment is working before I will launch it into space. And yeah, now Jet Mike can climb out, and he can move over there. It's a little bit hard to leave the rover, but well, we are right now at the tundra biome, and this is pretty special. So okay, and well, look at the dimensions of this rover and the dimension of this equipment when you see the small little Jetmi in front of this gigantic piece of technology, our Ore Examinator. This is really crazy to see the small little guy and the dimensions of this. This is really interesting. Okay, but that might descend it because I like to take EVA report from Kerbal Tundra. I don't think a spacesuit was entirely necessary to get here, was it? 2.4 science. Okay, very cool. I like to take a surface sample. The ground here seems to be completely frozen. Okay, it was very hard to scoop up the sample. Okay, 9 science, that's cool. It's really interesting that this is apparently Kerbal Tundra. Well, I'm not quite sure, but okay, I take this, this is really interesting. And well, now, poor little Jetmai has to jump in order to get back to the ladder so that he can climb back up. And okay, easy. Okay, careful guy, careful. And he can now grab and board here, and board. Okay, very good. So there's even a different crew report possible. Crew report from Kerbal Tundra. Okay, cool. I will keep it. And what is the ordering? Oh, we do have more than one ore. That's cool. Okay, I think this is enough. I can now stop the drilling process and I can retract the drill. And yeah, then, as I said, I do have the ISRU converter. Okay, batteries are recharging, and as you can see, we don't have liquid fuel or oxidizer in our fuel tanks. So in this case, I think I will convert this little ore we have harvested so far into liquid fuel and oxidizer. So I like to see the animations of this ISRU converter. So here we go. And okay, some valves are opening. That's cool. That's really cool to see this thing working. This is amazing. And I think we have already used all the ore and transmuted it into different resources. And now we do have 1.34 units of liquid fuel and 1.63 units of oxidizer. That's interesting. That's really interesting. Okay, yeah, I can now retract the solar arrays, and the ladder is still extended. Luckily, the ladder is not long enough to touch the surface, and now, okay, I have to turn around. I'm not quite sure about the wheels I have steering enabled, but I'm not quite sure. I think it's really hard to steer with these wheels, so this thing turns very slowly. But yeah, okay, we have now learned some new things, or well, we have now learned how to utilize all these tools, how to drill into the surface, how to convert ore into fuel, and well, I think the Ore Examinator was a success, and we even reached a completely strange biome next to Kerbal Space Center. This is really strange. And okay, now I like to return back to the runway because I like to have 100% of value when I end this mission. And okay, Jetmai and Kolong, well, Jetmai is a little bit concerned, Kolong is happy, and yeah, once again, I like this view out of the cockpit. It's really special to drive in this Ore Examinator. And yeah, next up will be a spacecraft equipped with all these things, or even some kind of, well, it could have even the dimension of a space station or so, because yeah, so many things are required. And okay, both carbonauts returned back to the runway, so I can now engage the brakes, and very good, good job Kolong, good job Jetmai. We can now recover the vessel. And okay, crew report from Kerbal Tundra, service sample from Kerbal Tundra, and EVA report from Kerbal Tundra. Very interesting. So 12.9 science earned, and we got 100% value back, and we even got one fund for our liquid fuel we have generated. That's interesting. That's really interesting. Okay, that's cool. And unfortunately, no XP gained for our Carbonauts. And yeah, no, I just like, on the one hand, extract ore from the moon and deliver it to Kerbal. Yeah, maybe I don't want to accept this contract. Extract 900 units of ore from Minmus. Okay, so there are some drilling contracts, that's cool. Build a new orbital station on a solar orbit. Okay, 35 tourists, no. Well, nothing really gets my interest, so okay. And well, before I will end this episode, I like, on the one hand, to join, have I selected? Yeah, to join the science station, because I like to see how Kersey is feeling. Kersey, our first female Carbonite, is having the time of her life. She's so happy to be on board of the science station and to perform some research. So yeah, she is so happy. That's great. That's really great. That's so cool. Yeah, I just wanted to join them because I wanted to see. Okay, we have already generated 0.003 science, very interesting, and we are generating 0.0013 science per day. So yeah, if I would have more or better trained scientists, then I would have also over here a better rate. But well, that's really cool. And well, so she can continue doing her job, and at some point I will transmit this back home. And now I just wanted to join the asteroid. Okay, yeah, look at this. It has a mass of more than 350 tons or 350,000 tons, but it has a resource. 83% of this asteroid are ore, and well, that's so special, and so that's why I am thinking about sending a drilling mission over here in order to get some ore from this Class D satellite, or not satellite, asteroid we have captured. And can we take a look at Kerbal? I hope we can, but where's our... There it is. There's Kerbal. Wow, we are pretty far away from Kerbal, so maybe I have to bring the asteroid a little bit closer to Kerbal to reduce the costs to fly out there. But yeah, that's pretty cool. And really amazing, especially when we zoom out, then we can see that, well, this asteroid has basically an orbit like Minmus or so this thing is really far away from Kerbal, and so that's really special. And okay, one last thing I like to see, and then we are unfortunately coming already to the end of this episode. I just like to take a look at the... Okay, over here we can see the ore distribution of Kerbal. Yeah, we can see this. And can I, if I use this? No, I can't see the UI of the scanner. Okay, that's it. So yeah, I think this wraps up today's episode. I hope you had some fun. And well, it was really interesting to drill into the surface of Kerbal and to harvest first ore. And yeah, so in the next episode, I think the Duna landing mission crew will finally leave Duna and start to fly out to Ike. But yeah, until then, my name is Abby. See you!